This is hard. And today I just thought of just doing a story time and share with you a story that I've entitled The 10 Minutes That Changed My Life. The year is 1996, and I had just lost my mother in the month of February. The same month I had joined Form 1 at Kisumu Day High School. After the burial, I went back to school and continued with my studies. After a while, that's around second term, I had this fee balance and I was sent away from school because of the fee balance. I used to be supported by World Vision, and World Vision had paid part of it, and so I had this balance that was remaining. After staying home for 2 weeks, I met a lady in church who advised me that instead of just staying at home, I need to go and approach the pastor then, who was basically very new and had been posted in Kisumu. Told me to go and talk to Pastor Mark, so that he can be able to support me and pay for my school fees to go back to school. And so I booked an appointment and I went to Pastor Mark's house office, where I found there a number of people that were waiting to see him. At around 6:50, just 10 minutes before 7, I was told, yeah, you can now go in and see him, but it has to be very short. It has to be 10 minutes because he has to leave for another meeting. And so I quickly went, and without wasting time, I shared my story with him and I asked him, I've come to you to see if I can get help from you. And he was very candid. He told me, Peter, that's not possible. The church is just new. We have got so many needy students going through the same situations like you. And if we support you, then it's going to open a can of worms in the church that we would not be able to support and not be able to manage. And so he said, the best I can do is to pray with you. And I said, it's okay. I closed my eyes, and then he made this prayer and he told God to open doors for me. That prayer changed my life. After that, I left his office and I started my walk to where I used to live. So it was quite a journey. I needed like about an hour to get to where I lived. I got home and slept that night. Morning, I woke up, I prayed, and I kept on trusting God, and I went to church for lunch hour meeting. When I went for the lunch hour meeting, I overheard some people who were sitting behind me talking about an Asian who usually supports some needy children. And so what I did in that afternoon, I quickly left and I went to look for that guy who I overheard. His name is called Mr. Osik, and he used to own a shop in Obote Road. And that's how I went, and I got into that shop and I found the sales guys, and I went to one of the cashiers. I told him I want to see Mr. Osik. And the cashier looked at me and wondered, what? You want to see Mr. Osik? Have you been sent? Do you have an appointment? I said, I don't have an appointment, but I've been sent to him. He was like, okay, wait. So after a few minutes, after like 20 minutes, I see this huge, tall guy coming. And he says, I am Mr. Osik. And quickly, I went to my point. I told him, I know you help people. I'm an orphan. I lost my mother. I'm in high school, and I'm not able to complete my school fees. Could you kindly help me? Mr. Osik looked at me and told me, bring your fee structure tomorrow. My friend, the excitement was just great. I left Mr. Osik's shop, rushed to the house, picked the fee structure. The following day, I went and dropped the fee structure, and he had also given me a form which I filled. So I filled the form, I took the fee structure to him. When I got there, I'd never got an opportunity to see him because I had just handed over the letter to anyone. I was told if it's if it's the letter and the fee structure, then that's okay, just bring. So the guy took, and it was taken to Mr. Rasik's office. And when I was called now to Mr. Rasik's office, I went. I didn't even get to sit down, but he looked at me immediately and told me, I'm going to pay your tuition fee, so we will send the money, the check in school. My friend, I got so excited. That became part of my breakthrough. So I used to get portion of my fee from Mr. Rasik, who will pay the tuition fee. World Vision would also pay, and all that would complement and complete my school fees. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this that to encourage you that if you are, or if you have come to the end and you feel like this is gonna be the end of your life, God will always create a way, right? And I remember the 10 minutes with Pastor Mark, now Bishop Mark. He actually prayed and told God to create a way. And God created a way through Mr. Rasik, who complemented everything the World Vision would pay. And that is how I cleared my high school. Friends, never give up hope. Never give up in life. God always has another plan for you. And He will never leave you, and He will never forsake you. He will use anything and anyone to be able to uplift you and take you through the situation that you're going through in life. So look unto Jesus and keep trusting Him. You just don't know what the heavens have for you. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Remember to click on the notification bell below so that you can get an alert every time I post a video. Thank you very much, and I look forward to having another conversation with you. Be blessed.